The New Orleans Pelicans, quite a conundrum that they have on their hands. They swept Portland in the playoffs. We saw vintage playoff Rondo going against Draymond Green, and then they lost in 5 to the Golden State Warriors. Yet this offseason has been a bit murky. They lost playoff Rondo.
That's a wrap, folks. Connect, sport.
Rondo wins!
I'm the champ.
They lost DeMarcus Cousins. And then they signed Julius Randle. Now, let me make this clear. I think the best way for Anthony Davis to have any sort of camaraderie with another player is longevity. You build that kinship if you get along. Here is the revolving door of point guards that Anthony Davis has had. Later on, Adrian Wojnarowski quoted Anthony Davis saying, "Winning, that's it. That's how you're judged. You can score, you can dominate, you can do whatever, but they calculate everything off winning. It bothers me. You know you're doing everything in your power to try and win, and it isn't enough just going to the playoffs." Isaiah Thomas took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they traded him. It makes you wonder, does this organization really have my back? His contract that he signed, 5 years, over $120 million, expires in 2021. So let's just do it. Who should Anthony Davis be traded for, and to what team? Let us know in the comment section below. Here is what we have compiled. How about the Boston Celtics? Pick between Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. I went with Tatum because he's younger and has more years. Boston's picks in 2019, it's the Sixers or Sacramento, top 1 protected, the Grizzlies outside the top 8, and the Clippers outside the top 14. Boston's picks in 2020, the Grizzlies outside the top 6, the Clippers outside the top 14. The 2019 draft class is going to be good, with Zion Williamson, Romeo Langford, and Quentin Grimes. So if they were to pull this, the starting 5 of the Celtics would be Anthony Davis, Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, and Marcus Smart. How about the Philadelphia 76ers? Process trusted no more. Let's expedite it. So here's the trade. Bob Covington, Markelle Fultz, and Dario Saric for Anthony Davis. The starting 5 would then be Joel Embiid, AD, Zaire Smith when he's healthy, JJ Redick, and Ben Simmons. In that 2019 draft, if they wanted to throw in anything, they would have their own pick and Sacramento's pick. How about the Raptors? Masai Ujiri is being crucified in Toronto, north of the border. So why not represent we the North a little bit further and just go for it, man? Here's a trade that we like. Serge Ibaka, DeLon Wright, OG Anunoby, and an enticing 2021 first-round draft pick, which is when what? Anthony Davis's contract expires. Here's their starting 5. Jonas Valančiūnas, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Kyle Lowry. How about the Minnesota Timberpups? Yeah, Andrew Wiggins is upset, so trade him as you are going to have 5 years of service in that deal. Keita Bates-Diop, Big Ten Player of the Year, and Josh Okogie, 3 young talents. If you want to throw in a future first-round pick, they own all their future picks, so why not? The Minnesota Timberwolves would then re-sign Jamal Crawford, and their starting 5 would be Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. So you have the Twin Towers from Kentucky up front, Jimmy Butler, that keeps him there in my opinion, Jamal Crawford, and then Derrick Rose or Tyus Jones, whoever you like. The Los Angeles Lakers, they would get involved. Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, more years over Brandon Ingram, and it seems like Laker fans did not like me throwing in Brandon Ingram into a trade for Jimmy Butler, and Luol Deng for Anthony Davis. Future pick, why not a first-round pick in 2020? That would be LeBron's 2nd year. And their starting 5 would be Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, and Rajon Rondo, and their bench would actually be pretty deep as well. Lastly, the Denver Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr., Gary Harris, and Malik Beasley. That would make the money work for Beasley in this trade. For Anthony Davis, their starting 5, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Paul Millsap, Jamal Murray, and Isaiah Thomas. But hang on. There's one more. The Oklahoma City Thunder, it seems like, are in that place where they're pretty good, but not good enough to get over the hump. Pull a massive deal to get Anthony Davis, and here is what it would be. Trade Steven Adams, Andre Robertson, Dennis Schroeder, and a future first-round pick, which they all own, for Anthony Davis, and to make the money right, Solomon Hill, an expiring contract, and a good 3-and-D player, each one more. Their starting 5 would be Anthony Davis, Grant Brewer, PG, and Big Russ. What do we think? Do any of them work? Let us know your thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports. We'll see you soon.